Breakfast recipe for this meal prep is going to be eggs, bacon medallions and spinach. Mid-morning snack for me is going to be these Arla protein yogurts, or you can pick up any Greek yogurt you enjoy. Lunch is going to be some meatballs, so I've got chopped tomatoes, mince, garlic, onion, tomato paste. Again, I'll show you the seasonings at each individual meal, and I'm going to make some crispy fried chicken tenders in the air fryer. So I have some chips, I have some chicken, some breadcrumbs and some frozen peas. Breakfast meal is simple, so I have 3 slices of bacon here. Now I'm just going to cut the fat off. So all I do is slide it down here, slice this down here, sorry, and then peel the fat off, and that's it. You have a nice lean cut of meat. Do the same for all 3. I've got my eggs boiling away, so I'm going to have 2 boiled eggs with my breakfast. Just cut the rest of the fat off, and again spinach because it's nice, easy and simple. All you have to do is put it in a bowl, put a splash of water in, and this will go in the microwave for 2 minutes. The water is in the bowl, literally a splash. All I'm going to do is put my cling film over the top, cut it off here, and this goes in the microwave for 2 minutes, and I just time it with the boiled eggs and the bacon. The bacon takes around 2 to 3 minutes to cook as well, and that is it, good to go. Bacon is just going straight in. This will literally take 2 to 3 minutes. That's my timer to put the bacon on. And the spinach in, and that breakfast end to end has taken less than 6 minutes because my boiled egg timer was for 5, or well sorry, less than 8 minutes. Boiled egg timer was for 5, this takes 2, the spinach takes 2, and it's good to go. So next I'm just good to go. I've got some low sugar kind of brown sauce on my bacon medallions, and then I'm just going to peel my boiled egg. It's actually really easy, you just break the initial shell. I've cooked these eggs for around 7 minutes. That sort of kind of hard boils them. And there you have it. Boiled egg, simple easy breakfast, it takes less than 10 minutes. I'm just going to do the same with the other one, and that's it. Good to go. Lunch recipe on this meal plan is going to be some low carb meatballs. So we're just going to make up the sauce and the meatballs. You can add some pasta in if you like, but ingredients: chopped tomatoes, 5% lean mince beef, onion, got some grated garlic, some tomato puree, salt, black pepper, basil and oregano. You can swap this for some Italian seasoning also if you prefer. First things first, I'm going to actually grate up my onions so that it can go through the meatballs in a nice fine way. You'll find grating this is actually easier than chopping them up in terms of kind of mixing it in with meatballs. So I'm just going to chop them in half, and then I'm going to peel off this skin. And straight away I'm going to grate my onion. And I'm not going to bore you with the clip, but just do this for the entire thing. So I have grated up my onion. I did have to finely chop some of it as well. Now I have my mince in a bowl. I'm just going to put this straight into there, and along with all of my seasonings. So I'm going to use some of this tomato paste or puree, just a little bit, nothing measurable. Then my seasonings are going in. So we've got some salt. Again, I like a decent amount here. The more the merrier. Next we've got some black pepper going in. Again, decent amount. I tend not to go very light on the seasonings. And then we're going to go with oregano. Relatively easy to put in. Followed by the basil. And then we're just going to get our hands in there and mess it about. If you find it's not sticking very well, you can add some breadcrumbs. Oh, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of this, and that's me. So I'm just going to get in here with my hands. Probably the easiest way to do this. Otherwise you'll be stirring for a while, and you're just going to need to keep working it to get everything through. Again, the grated onion will be much easier to get into the meatballs, so I do highly advise trying to use those. And then that's really it. Now I'm just going to start forming my meatballs one by one. Again, maybe golf ball size-ish, should be good to go. And then I'm just going to place these right into the slow cooker. So my meatballs are good to go in here. Now I'm just going to take the pleasure of pouring my chopped tomatoes over. These are going to go in the slow cooker for probably around 3 hours at high, because again I like to get things done. Now, if you don't have a slow cooker, you can easily cook these up in the frying pan. Again, if that's more convenient, easier, works for you, perfect, go for it. Again, I'm just giving you one method. That is set and forget. You can literally throw this on and you do not need to worry about it. It's taken me, what, less than 5 minutes here to put everything together. Now I'm just going to spread this around and let it stew its thing for the next few hours. Probably mix it around a little bit once it's good to go. You could add a little bit more tomato paste as well if you really wished, for a little bit more flavour, and I will probably throw in a little bit more garlic as well, maybe in the form of some garlic powder. But that is it, simple, easy, quick recipe, and I will show you the final product. This is the finished article on the meatballs. So it has taken around 3 hours, and you can see the meatballs are good to go. Now I have a really nice thick tomato paste along with the meatballs. I'm going to serve these up. If you would like some pasta with these, by all means go for it. I'm going to have the meatballs as is. Again, I'll show you them in a second complete, but if you want to add some pasta to this, add in a relevant amount that suits you. I am losing fat right now, so my carbs are relatively low, but this is a perfect lunch prep meal or evening meal if you want to cook for the family as well. Again, it was literally 5 minutes prep. You throw it in the slow cooker and it's good to go. Now, give you a quick finale and then we'll move into the final recipe, which is going to be our southern fried chicken strips and peri peri chips. One of my absolute favourite recipes. Let's dive straight into that. So we're going to just spray the tray, and I'm going to put my oven chips on first and foremost. These are going to take around 20 minutes. So these are the first things I would advise putting on. I got around 200 grams here, and then I'm just going to salt them with my peri peri. A little heavy in the seasoning there. One part, a little bit of a sprinkle on the go, and in the oven for around 15 to 20 minutes at 250 degrees. First things first, I am going to take my chicken and cut it into fillets. Now, you can obviously buy fillets pre-made, so if you want to just buy those and cut the fat off, perfectly fine. I'm going to cut these into strips, and that is good to go. And we've got a friend. We've got a friend joining us for the recipe down there. I don't know if you can see him. He does like a bit of food, so he's famous for his scran. But I have my strips. Now I'm just going to take them to the next stage. So, first things first, I'm going to take my fillet and I'm going to dip it in the egg white. Now I've just used egg whites to be more calorie friendly here. Then I'm going to use the other hand to coat the chicken. And then, again, the air fryer has been sprayed and I'm just going to put it straight in. So one hand into the egg white. All I've done is mix the egg white around with a fork. You do need to kind of break it up a little bit to start, and that will make your life easier as well. Then I'm going to coat my chicken tenders. Put them in, and they're good to go. So just repeat this process now for each tender, and that's you. These are good to go. Put them in the air fryer for around 12 minutes and about 6 minutes either side. You should be good. For the peas, all I do is I throw a little into a bowl. I put a drop of water in here, cover this with cling film, and microwave them for around 3 minutes, and they're good to go. These are good to go. They've had about 5-6 minutes each side, and they are ready. And the fillets are good to go. I've got a separate bowl for my chips, and I have some of this and those pyrenees. So chips are ready. I'm going to have a separate bowl for them. Good to go. A little bit more Nando's peri salt to finish these off. Peas are ready and prepared. Just a couple of minutes microwave and they're good to go. And that is a full, healthy, crispy fried chicken strips and chips meal. Off to the side is going to be a couple of videos and playlists that can help you. Again, my recipe playlist will be linked on the left here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit subscribe for more future. I come out with a meal prep every single week, an entire meal prep, so stay tuned for more of those. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any, and of course, if you haven't done so already, smash that like button if you did enjoy it. It really helps me out. Enjoy the rest of your day and comment what you'd like me to try next below.